Hello, my fellow American brothers and sisters. This is Dan the Man, American Men's Advocate, your MMA. And welcome to episode 1 of my podcast, and hopefully, your podcast too. I'm excited to be with you all here this morning, help share the truth, and get the truth out there. And that's what's most important right now, especially in these times. You got the left just doing everything they can to undermine us in every little aspect. So, I know what you're asking. Oh, great, here's another guy with a mic and a podcast. Well, what makes me different? I'm on a mission, guys. I am on a mission to protect the rugged valor that America once had when it declared war against the British almost 300 years ago for independence. And ever since then, everything's been trying to undermine it. Well, I'm going to try to help restore it. That's what I'm going to do. And I got a mic, I got a voice, and I sure as hell am going to use both of them. Just right now, there are so many selfish, liberal influences. You got Hollywood, you got our schools, just everything. Everything is being used. Social media, everything is being used right now to undermine and threaten the rugged valor that made us great, that can still make us great. Because the potential's there. We just got to protect it, y'all. All right? We really have to protect our America. And here's the kicker. The people who are being used by selfish liberal influences, people in minorities, people with disabilities, immigrants, they're being used. They're being used as cogs for their machines, for their political gain, and to make them fat and rich. And while hardworking Americans like you and me, we're paying the price for it. We are. You know, those libs, they need to get on the program. Everyone blames the right. Oh, they're the reason why this gas price. No, it's because the liberals are not cooperating and they're sabotaging us. Let me give a little historical clearance about me here. So my grandparents, my nonna, my grandpa, they came from Italy, right? They immigrated here through Ellis Island. They learned the Constitution. They learned to speak English, right? My grandma, she raised my mom and my uncles while working in textiles and learning English, a second language, which isn't easy. And my grandpa, he worked as a tailor when he came here and opened up his store. He opened up his own tailor shop and he made suits. The reason why he had to come to America to begin with was because in Italy, the mafia at the time, they were powerful, they were rich, they were influential. And they threatened, he had a busing business back in Italy back in the day. My grandma, she always kept this story from us when she was alive, but we kind of figured out, we pieced it out together through records. Basically, the mafia threatened and bombed part of my grandpa's busing business in Italy. And I know exactly why, too. And I can guarantee the Italian government, they were not tough on crime. They weren't. How could they be? The mafia was taking over. And I'm telling you, that's what's happening today. The liberals, the left, they are too soft on crime. And when you get too soft on crime, that's what happens. You have mafias taking over. And right now, it's almost impossible for people to do what my grandparents did. Because of all this bullcrap. because of all the systems that liberals are placing that say, oh, we're helping. Yeah, guess what? Their help, it comes with a price, okay? And that price is you and me. We are paying that price right now. And so are immigrants who come here. They're paying the price too. We are. We're all paying that price. And if you call them out, point out the facts, you're going to be labeled as racist or sexist. And everyone's going to want to isolate themselves from you, your friends, family.
Oh, you voted for Trump. You're a Republican. I don't want to associate with you anymore. I'm not going to talk to you.
Right? Family against father against son, daughter against mother. And then, guys, if you're on the dating apps right now, yeah, the cluster that is, oh boy. If you're on dating apps right now and you're not getting dates, or you're getting ghosted, or you're getting women who seem interested and then don't call you or don't really want to date you, guys, this is by design, okay? This is all by their design. They're like the mafia, okay? But they're more complex and they're more integrated. The criminals, they learned, okay? They learned from the past. They learned that getting in mafia gangs and, getting some toughs with Tommy guns wasn't going to cut it anymore. So they have to be more subtle. They have to disguise themselves as trying to help you. And, oh, you need help. Oh, you poor minority. Oh, you poor person with disability. Oh, you poor immigrant. You need help. Yeah. They say don't look a gift horse in the mouth. But ask the Trojans how that went, okay? If you know the story, yeah, didn't go over well for Troy. So look that damn gift horse in the mouth, people. I'm just saying. Anyway. And then these liberal influences, these Trojan horses, that's what we'll call them, these Trojan horses, they sucker women into these promises, these entitlements of having the man with 6 figures and 6 feet tall and 12 inches long. It's a myth. Okay? How many guys are really like that? I mean, come on. But, and as I said it before, it's all a Trojan horse. It is to destroy the might, the rugged valor and might of our country, just like Troy. And just like the mafia tried to do with Italy. That's why I'm going to be your MMA, American Men's Advocate. So, today's topic, I want to talk about Athena Strand. In case you don't know, Athena Strand was a little girl. She lived in Paradise, Texas, and was 7 years old when she was murdered. Now, by the way, Athena, badass name. The parents did so great picking that name. In case you don't know, Athena is the Greek goddess of war and strategy. And she has like an owl for a companion. It's like really cool. Sorry. Just thinking about what happened to this little girl, it's making me pissed, man. So let me tell you what happened. On November 30th in 2022, a piece of shit named Tanner Lynn Horner. Now, if that name isn't a big giveaway, I don't know what is. I mean, Tanner and Horner, and his middle name's Lynn. I mean, who decided? Anyway, clearly, Athena's parents were much better name givers. Kudos to the Strand family. Kudos. Well, anyway, this piece of shit abducted her in his delivery truck. He was delivering, I think, Barbie dolls to her. And then he drags her into the van or the truck or whatever, ties her up, sexually assaults her, and beats her to death. Well, thank God he was caught. But here's the kicker. May 5th, 2026, this year. And finally, he is sentenced to death. It took him, 4 years to do that? Well, anyway, so here's the real kicker. At the time of this recording, that I'm recording this, he's still alive. So hopefully that changes soon. Hopefully when this podcast gets going, hopefully before this podcast gets going, they get off their lazy asses and finally ice the guy. But I'm telling you, these liberal influences, these Trojan horses, they're who are prolonging his death. And they're using his autism. They're using autism as an excuse, right? Oh, he's autistic. He doesn't know what he's doing. That's what they're using as an excuse to try to keep him alive. And I'm telling you, I've known plenty of autistic kids, and I've known them. I grew up with them. When I went to school with some autistic kids, none of them sexually assaulted. None of them murdered anybody. They grew up to be fine. Autism doesn't cause you to murder, to sexually assault, to drag little girls into a truck and beat them to death. Okay? And really, these Trojan horses, these liberal Trojan horse influences, they're abusing the label of autism, and really, it's just victimizing autistic kids at this point, is what they're doing. I mean, seriously. And it just seems like they're on the side of the criminals. And it's like the mafia. They're getting more sophisticated. They're not toughs with Tommy guns anymore. They're infiltrating. They're colluding. And they're sabotaging justice. Like this guy, this Horner guy, he grew fat and fed off our tax dollars for 4 years. 4 years and counting, while the Strand family is grieving. Something's got to change, y'all. Something has got to change. But here's the real big thing of what we really lost. And you're probably asking me, Dan the Man, why do we care about this little girl? Well, if you don't care about a little girl being murdered, probably one of the liberal Trojan horse mafia guys. But for those of us who do care, for those of us on the right who have morals, who believe in a safe country, we understand what's really been lost here. Her life, Athena's life, was cut short at 7 years old. She could have been a third grader's first crush. She could have been someone's junior high first kiss. She could have been someone's college sweetheart, someone's fiance, someone's wife and mother. She could have been a mother. She could have been a grandmother. She could have been a great-great-grandmother, a grandmother. Generations of children. When you kill a little girl, you kill generations of future children. Cut off. Just because some piece of shit had to get his kicks off. All the while, the mafia, the lib mafia, they are doing everything they can to support these guys. They're doing everything they can to slowly destroy us and corrupt us from within. Why? I have no freaking clue. It makes no sense. I mean, how can we call ourselves a great nation when criminals, they feed off of the generosity, milking us like parasites? And then men like us who speak the truth, who believe in the truth, and they isolate us.
They're like, oh, you voted for Trump or you're a voted Republican. I'm not talking to you again.
And families are being split apart. Women are being turned against men. There is a loneliness epidemic right now. And as long as I got my voice and my mic, I am going to continue fighting it. I am going to be your MMA. And all the while they're prolonging justice, I need you guys to do me a favor. While they're prolonging justice, help me spread the truth. If you can cash at me at danthemanmma at cashap. Right now, that's the best way of supporting us. I'm working on getting other ways going while I'm getting this podcast up and running, and help me speak the truth. That'd be great. God bless you guys. God bless America. This is Dan the Man, your MMA, signing out. God bless America.